chamomile tea, excellent, just before a reading. Here we are, back at the Jam Jar and Bridge of Allen for the further adventures of Detective Sergeant Gus Thoroughgood ahead of the launch of Parallel Lines, Thursday 27th November, Mediterranean, by Watterson Stirling in conjunction with Fledgling Press. Buckle your seatbelts. The voice in his head warned, "Stay where you are and keep to the cover." He continued to make his way in and out of the trees, but as he stopped to check on his pursuer's progress, Thoroughgood noticed that Brennan and his mate had split up. The second male with the torch was now moving off to the right, and it looked like he was going to try and cut Thoroughgood's escape route to the road, while Brennan was now hugging the very edge of the woods just above the shoreline. Thoroughgood estimated they had been going up for about 400 yards or so, and it was time to start striking up in the direction of the road. The gap had not been significantly closed, but the DS knew that as he wasted time on a 90-degree dogleg forced on him by the rapidly shortening stretch of available woodland, he ran the risk of being intercepted by baseball cap. Picking his footing as carefully as he could, while trying not to sacrifice any momentum, Thoroughgood started down into a gully, and then disaster struck. The bank going down into the dip was steeper than he'd anticipated, and the combination of total darkness and slippery underfoot conditions caused by recent flooding made for treacherous ground. Thoroughgood was attempting to use his stronger right foot to keep the brakes on his descent when it gave way, and he landed on his back, skiting down into the depths of the gully, a drop of maybe 15 feet. The crash was immediately picked up on by Brennan and his sidekick Gaz Reed. Thoroughgood saw the telltale sweep of torchlight slicing through the surrounding woodwork. He was definitely winded, but as the DS checked his right angle, he breathed a sigh of relief that there was no damage. Putting pressure on it, he suffered some discomfort, but nothing that would stop him moving. A dozen feet to his right, he noticed movement and spotted baseball cap coming into the gully from the side. Immediately, Thoroughgood ducked behind the nearest tree just as the torch shone into the bottom of the gully where he had been lying prone moments earlier. Brennan's voice coming from behind him and still a way off boomed, "You okay, Gaz?" "Aye, I'm down in the brae 30 feet in front of you. Someone's had a fall by the look of it. I don't think I'm far off them." Thoroughgood slammed the mag light down with as much power as he could render and heard a crunch as it impacted in Gaz Reed's skull. Reed crumpled to the ground, taking a savage knee in the privates as he did so. "That'll teach you to try and run me into the Clyde, you little arsewipe," spat Thoroughgood. Reed was out cold, and Thoroughgood quickly rifled his pockets to see if there was anything useful inside. Nice, thought the detective when he uncovered a particularly wicked 6-inch flick knife tucked inside the waistband of Reed's trousers. But he had no time to waste, and grabbing his pursuer's torch, he quickly started making his way up the far side of the gully, just as Brennan entered from the other side. Thoroughgood reassured himself that the odds had been evened up now that Brennan was no longer able to shed any light on his movements. The DS started to build up some speed as he moved away from the forest, which was starting to thin out as he approached the meadowland that flanked the main road. Suddenly, an enraged shout pierced the night, and the giant's voice filled the night air. "Whoever ye are, I'll find you, track you down and kill you. Upon my Wayne's soul, I will."